Alright, and with that, welcome everybody to another edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. That's right, we are coming to you live here from March 27, 2019, as we're here with episode number 31 of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, where I do basically a monthly update on my channel and its status, and some updates, some other stuff. We have our highlight of the month to showcase as well. We have our cast of the month to nominate today as well, and we also have our lovely Q&A session. So yeah, we have a lot to discuss here today. There's actually a lot for once for these episodes. It's been a while since I have had a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to an update, but yeah, today we have a lot to discuss here, and we'll quickly go start over that right here, right now. So let's dive in to our Monthly Beatdown Podcast. All right, and how appropriate music to start off with is we have Persona 3 music. How appropriate is that? Because I'll be talking about more about that here just in just a moment here. So, but before we get underway here, there's one thing I always do every month when it comes to the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. It's regarding people who have subscribed to my channel. Being a subscriber is always a 100% optional thing to be here at my channel. Just being here helps the most whenever I'm live here on Twitch. It's the best way to support me as a caster and what I do here on Twitch. But if you do like to support me, I do have a sub button, and you can sub to me if you'd like. It's free. It's not required, like I said. It's always an optional thing to sub to me. It's just to support what I do here on Twitch and whatnot. One of the things you do get for being a sub is you do get a monthly shout out on the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. Once a month, we have a subscriber shout out where I give shout outs to anybody who is subbed to the channel, whether you subbed on your own, you were gifted the sub, or anything like that. You do get a nice shout out once a month for being a sub. It's one of the benefits that you do get for being one. So yeah, let's get underway here. Let's start off with thanking everybody who was a sub during the past month of March of 2019. So to start off with, thank you to Billy3802. Thank you to Grady Dose. Thank you to Co-Paylord. Thank you to Captain Paladin LP. Thank you to Super Mutant. Thank you to Volano, aka 007565. Always forget it's O's, not zeros, for his name. 5 Uberpone 2. Thank you to Edgehead011. Thank you to Greeny Rio 70. Thank you to Lemon Lizard. Thank you to RVB Vic, or I guess Vic, you'd say. Thank you to Racer Guy 24. Let's see who else we have. Thank you to Monty0723. I think that one was a gift sub. I think I recall that name being a gift sub. Thank you to Infinity with two Y's. Thank you to Apparition. Thank you to Dual Vision. Thank you to Takata. Thank you to Random Furry. Thank you to Staffo45. Thank you to Random Reject. Thank you to FD907. Thank you to Rasher24. Thank you to Kippy00. Thank you to FLCL Gamer. Thank you to Nicole_W1. Thank you to Akiri. Thank you to Evil Heel Glorious. And thank you to Yoshi86up. So there you go. Thank you to everybody who subscribed or were gifted a sub. Either or whatever you do get a monthly shout out for the Monthly Beatdown Podcast once a month for being a subscriber. Like I mentioned, it's optional to be a sub here on my channel. It's just being here helps the most, but it's a way to support me and what I do and continue to help make the channel better and helps me out and whatnot. So that's basically how all that works out. So thank you very much for those of you who subbed for the month of March. We had a lot of people who were subbed and gifted subs this month, so I do appreciate that. So thank you very much for all the support for the past month of March, I should say. So March is still currently going on as we speak, but it's almost coming to an end. But regardless, though, thank you very much for the subs. I appreciate that. Alright, so moving on here is now to our first segment of the podcast is the month recap, where we look back at the past month of what happened here on the channel and what has been going on if you haven't been following or just haven't been around, because I know I have people who follow me and watch the stuff on YouTube too, so, or just after I'm done it live here, they rewatch it and whatnot, so, and if they haven't been around, well, this is a way I could actually let everybody know what's been going on here. So let's talk about Let's Play Nights. So Let's Play Nights has been pretty interesting these past months. We actually finished up 2 games on this month, and we have started up 2 games, in fact. So the first game we finished up was our final game of the 2018-2019 Empty Wallathon Marathon, and that was with this lovely gem of a game right here, Kingdom Hearts 3. That's right, one of my most highly anticipated games finally came out. We finally finished it, and I finally live in a post-Kingdom Hearts 3 world, and as much as I love it, I also have some critiques with the game. I think it was very, very, very fun from start to finish, but there are some things I think could have done a lot better story-wise and whatnot, but it's probably all going to be addressed more in the future games in the series too. But I will say I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the next upcoming games for the series. I feel like I got my money's worth with the game. I know that some people feel like there's a lot of the post-game content's not the greatest. I kind of agree with you. I actually had done a few of it off-cast. I've gotten the Ultima weapon, and I beat the bonus boss that the game has to offer. Got all the secret reports and all that. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it does feel pretty low on the what do you expect for post-game content and stuff like that. But however, Kingdom Hearts 2, the original version, the vanilla version, kind of had the same thing too. Really, the only thing you could really do in the original Kingdom Hearts 2 was just fight Sephiroth, but he was technically part of the main story too, so he was just kind of required though when you're at Hollow Bastion. So, and I feel the same thing kind of happens here with this game, but thankfully there is announcements that there are going to be DLC stories that are going to be added, and there's also going to be critical mode which is coming, which is very awesome, because I do feel like the game, for the majority part of it, I'd say about 85% of the game was actually pretty easy, and then once you get to the last world and the last few battles and stuff there, that's I think where the game kind of picks up a little bit on the getting kind of paranoid, difficult at times. I even think the bonus boss was difficult at times, but then I found out that I could just exploit him with a specific Keyblade transformation, and I was able to beat him. I think it took me probably 7 attempts or something like that, so he didn't take very long to beat. So, and this is coming from somebody who's not beaten a lot of the hard son of a bitch bosses in the series, like Lingering Will, or any of the Birth by Sleep bosses, or stuff like that. So, or even some of the Kingdom Hearts 1 bonus bosses in that game. This is coming from someone who's never beaten a lot of these super hard bosses, and I don't think he gets harder as it goes on, but he's not the hardest thing in the world. If I could beat him, I think anybody could probably could beat him personally. So that's just me personally. But yeah, but I'm excited to see what the content there is to come. I think it's supposed to be a lot of story content, which is nice. It's probably going to be something kind of similar to a final mix, but they didn't say it technically is a final mix DLC. It's just kind of going to be, they're just going to add a big chunk of stuff as one paid DLC kind of thing, which is cool, because I'll probably look into that, and hopefully they address some of the things that were specific characters that I had with that game. Hopefully they address some stuff regarding that, so. Or they add on to some stuff, because it felt some characters kind of got utilized, I guess. And I think some DLC story regarding around them could actually help out personally and whatnot. And if we do get Final Fantasy characters as a whatever chapter, that'd be kind of awesome too, because I wouldn't mind seeing them getting added in as a little bonus too. But who knows if they'll even add them for DLC, but we'll see whenever that comes out later, supposedly this year, so we'll see. But yeah, my whole playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3 is up on TGBD Archives. You can find it up there, no problem. Actually, I didn't really actually get worldwide blocked on anything really, which is nice. We had a few issues with some worldwide blocks earlier in the playthrough, but those have been all sorted out and whatnot, so unless you're in Japan, then I apologize, you can't really watch it. But if you go to my Twitch channel, under the collection section, under the videos, you'll be able to find it there, which is nice. So then you'll be able to find it out. I'll watch all my stuff there if you can't watch it on YouTube if it gets blocked for you in your region. So yeah, there's also that. We also actually completed our another game number 159, which was the third game of the Mario & Luigi franchise, the RPG franchise that is, with Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. We actually played through the game on the 3DS version, I should say, which is the remake that came out back in January, in fact. And been wanting to play through more of these games on the channel, and I'm glad to say that this one actually was really, really good in my opinion. I can see why a lot of people say this is one of their favorite games in the Mario & Luigi franchise. I know a lot of people may say Superstar Saga is the best one, which I'm in that boat as well. But I actually really like this game. This game was actually very fun. I like the fact that you get to play as Bowser. He gets a little more story and character to him, which is nice. I kind of like the whole gimmick of how the Mario Bros are able to like make Bowser like buff, or they can make him like become a giant or kaiju or whatever and stuff like that. I like how them, when they get sucked into Bowser's body, we're able to like control how his body operates basically. So which was really cool, because I think playing as Bowser was really fun. For the most part, I can't really judge the kaiju missions as much, because we did have a bit of an issue with our playthrough at one point, which I'll talk about that later on here. So I can't really give a fair judgment on those, but for the ones I played when I had no issues with them, they were interesting, I will say. They kind of remind me of something kind of like if you played Dream Team. There's a specific portion in the game where you play as a giant Luigi, and you kind of do the exact same thing. But in this game, it was with Bowser, basically. And from what I was told, they actually changed a lot of that stuff from the original game, which I never played. This was actually my first time going through Bowser's Inside Story as a whole. Supposedly during the Kaiju Bowser missions, there used to be like microphone requirements for it, so that's interesting. So they did change it a lot from this remake, which I don't think the microphone was required at all, which was nice. It was all basically just command inputs, like you gotta press the A button at the right time, or slide the stylus basically, and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that works fine, I guess you could say. I don't know how well would it work with the microphone, says I don't know I think the 3DS does have a microphone, I don't know for sure, but yeah, even if I did it with my other half of the playthrough, it probably wouldn't have worked regardless. So I'm kind of glad that we actually were able to do the 3DS version, because I think if I tried to emulate the DS version, it probably wouldn't have worked at all. So there's probably ways you can actually make it so then it figures that you are using a microphone, but I actually haven't looked up in to see how that was going to be. So and at one point I was going to actually do the original DS port, but because the 3DS remake came out, I figured let's just do the 3DS version over the DS remake, so, or the original DS version, I should say. So yeah, I think you can bind a key to the mic. You can bind it, yeah. I thought so, or something like that, or you had to like add like a specific like plug-in or something for your emulator or whatever, and it should work. But yeah, I wasn't really too sure. I didn't really look too much into it. All I knew is that there was portions in the game which required a microphone, and I figured that might be a little too hard to do when it comes to emulating, but thankfully it came out on 3DS, and I think the remake is very good. It sucks that this is what I've heard is the worst selling game in the Mario and Luigi franchise, which kind of sucks, but you also kind of have to understand that the 3DS is kind of on its way out nowadays, so not a lot of people are picking it up at this time, so but I still recommend it. It's actually a really good remake. I think they did a good job on it. I still, for myself, need to pick up the Superstar Saga remake at some point, because that came out, and I just kind of passed on that and kind of forgot about it, so I definitely will need to pick that up at some point down the line. But regardless, though, I really wanted to play another Mario and Luigi game, and we played through Bowser's Inside Story, and it was really good. I think if I had to rank the 3 I've played, or well, technically the 4, only 3 of them have been played on stream. 4 of them I've actually I've beaten one off stream when I didn't have my captured card at the time. So at this point, I would have to say Superstar Saga is probably my favorite. Bowser's Inside Story is probably my second favorite. I would have to say Bowser's Partners in Time is like right after that, and probably what was it, Paper Jam? Yeah, Paper Jam is probably 4th, I would say. And then at the last, because I have played a little bit of Dream Team. Dream Team would be my 5th, but I have not actually beaten Dream Team, so I can't really give a fair share on that. But for how much I've played of it, it's definitely my weakest favorite one out of all of them right now. So, but that can change whenever I eventually play Dream Team here on the channel, which I don't know when that will be exactly. It'll be sometime down the line, but I think the last time we did a Mario and Luigi game was for the I think it was like a follower goal requirement. I think it was like the 3,000 follower playthrough or something like that. So, and that was back in like 2016, like early 2016, I think is what that started. So it's been a few years since then. So yeah, I think we'll probably have to spread those out a bit, because don't want to play them all very soon, because there's a lot of stuff to be played here on this channel, as I say. And also, if you would like to watch the whole playthrough, it is up on TGBD Archives, and as well under the collections here on Twitch as well. And also now for this, for currently going on right now, we actually have 2 games currently starting up right now, and we have finally dived into our next game in the Persona franchise, and that is with Persona 3 Fez. That's right. We have finally started up another Persona playthrough. The last time I did a Persona playthrough, it was very well received with Persona 4 Golden, and I figured I hope lightning strikes twice again with this game, and it's a little bit of a slower start, but I feel like this game will eventually pick up at some point. I think as the last cast we did, actually a lot of stuff did happen, so I think the plot's going to get a little more interesting as of now compared to the first couple nights of the game. I did feel like it does take a little bit to get going plot-wise, but I think once you beat the second part, boss, I feel like that's where things kind of starting to get going a bit too, which is nice. It's very, very much harder compared to the Persona 4 Golden. I think that's meant to be the case because the game came out way before Persona 4 Golden, which is a remake of Persona 4, to be honest. So, yeah, I do feel like it's a lot tougher at times because some of the battles can be pretty tough, especially if you're not well prepared, if you don't have the right personas, or if your party members are a bunch of goofballs and they decide to throw their weaknesses, or their I guess not weaknesses, I guess the boss or shadow you're fighting, and they're throwing attacks that it's immune to at them. It's just like and it can be stressful at times, but to be fair, I'd say the party system in this game, which by the way you don't control any of them, because I'm playing the PS2 version of the game on my PS3, so I don't get to control any of my party members. I have to control just basically myself, basically. So. And so everything they do is all randomized. It's all RNG based, so you gotta have to hope and pray that nothing goes wrong. So, but like I said, about 90% of the time it's been fine. This stuff 10% worth kind of meh. I do have some complaints early on, but I think it probably all will fix itself out as the game goes on. Because, like I said, we're still pretty early in. This game's gonna be played for the next number of months here on this channel. Supposedly this game is longer than Persona 4 Golden, so. That is the reason why every archive of the game is going to be 6 hours, or every stream I'm doing of it is 6 hours, because we want to get as much done for the game as much as possible. It's because it's a long game, and these games tend to take forever to beat, so that's why it's being played, because I wanted to do another Persona game, because I want to play a long RPG, and plus I know a lot of people like me enjoying playing Persona in the past years, so yeah, so that's why we're going through this. But like I said, I have a few nitpicks with it, but I think, like I said, they'll get all addressed as the game goes on. So it's still pretty early to judge it right now. So, but you can see currently we have, I believe, 3 parts of Persona 3 that is currently up on TGP Archives, and also it's up on the YouTube, or not, it's up on the Twitch collection section as well here on my channel. So that's where you can find archives of it as well. So. Yeah, and finally, we've also started our first of 3 replays of the season, in fact. And that first replay of the 3 is Sonic Heroes. We have only done 1 stream of this game, and man, I love this game so much. It's my favorite 3D Sonic game, so I'm always happy when I'm playing it. I look forward to playing more of this as we go on. It probably won't be a very long playthrough, maybe at least 3 to 4 streams at best. So I can probably finish this game up pretty quickly, because we've already finished up, as of right now, as of this recording, the Team Sonic's campaign, so that's already done. And we currently are in the middle of Team Dark's, which I believe is the longest campaign. So after when they're done, the other campaigns are just going to go flying by like that. Especially since when we get to Team Rose, they are basically the idea to go for all the Chaos Emeralds for, because yes, if you guys don't know, in this game, you need to get all the Chaos Emeralds to unlock the true ending of the game, or I guess the true final boss of the game, so. But thankfully, Team Rose is basically easy mode, and it probably won't make things a lot harder. So, and as of this time, I should mention, I actually did get a new copy of the game, because, as I mentioned on the first night of this game, my original copy stopped reading on my Wii. I thought originally it was maybe my Wii's disc reader that was aging or whatever, because my Wii's pretty old, so I thought maybe the disc reader was not working very well. No, it's just because the copy I had at the time, it was being finicky to read or whatnot, so I had to buy a new copy of the game. So I do have a new copy now, and look what it came in. It came in without the player's hits version, which is cool. So very happy for that. So I'm happy that I own a copy of the game that doesn't have the player's hits symbol that's up here, because I have one. It's just in there now, but I have one that says player's hits now. But now I don't have that, which is nice. So I have a copy that doesn't require that says player's hits, which is cool. I'm happy about that. But yes, you can also find the start of that playthrough right now on TGB Archives, and it's also up on the collection section on Twitch on my channel, so that we can find that. So yeah, that's what's basically been going on for Let's Play Nights. We did a lot for Let's Play Nights this month. For how fast March went, it definitely feels like March flew, but we actually have done a lot so far for Let's Play Nights. And we still have a lot of games left to go for this season that I have planned. Hopefully we can reach to beating all of them by September. It's going to be pretty close, I will say, because we've had a lot of long playthroughs so far this season. So I hope we can actually finish all of that stuff by the time we hit September. So hopefully we can do that. But yeah, moving on here, what's been going on for late night beatdowns? Well, actually I'll have to bring that up because I actually don't remember, because we've only done, I think, 1 or 2 late night beatdown streams for the month of March, in fact, because there hasn't been a lot of late night beatdown casts for March at all, because I've always been busy on my Thursday slot. And keep in mind, late night beatdowns normally don't ever get like makeup days. It's just whenever I can kind of cast, kind of thing, when it comes to that. So we have played some Fortnite with the start of season 8, I believe is what's going on. So we have played a bit of that. Still have yet to win a game in that. I don't think I ever will. But maybe one day will happen on stream. I shouldn't say I haven't won a game. I have. I just haven't won on stream before. So hopefully that actually changes at one of these days when we actually play it on cast. But I doubt that will ever happen. And also we played some Splatoon 2, just because, I don't know, at the time I was kind of just dying to play some Splatoon, I think. I don't know, I just felt like playing Splatoon for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm not the biggest Splatoon guy, but sometimes I just have a craving to play, just because it's just one of those games that if you just play it, I don't know, it's just fun for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, we've done that. We've also played 100% OJ. There's a Valentine's Day update or whatever that was going on. It's pretty fun, I would say. I think it's more fun than the Christmas event, especially if you have to pick up all the chocolates and stuff like that, because then you can use those for currency to buy stuff. It's fun. OJ is always fun, even though it's pretty salty at times. And also we've played some Tetris 99. That game is still pretty awesome. I think it's my go-to game off-cast lately. I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know. It's Tetris Battle Royale. It's just fun. I don't know why. I've never been a big fan of Tetris itself, but I don't know. Just Tetris 99 is just super fun. I don't know what it is. It's enjoyable. I think it's so good. So good. I probably expect that this game was probably going to come out on other consoles at some point. Right now it's only a Switch exclusive, but I think it's going to come out on like PS4 and Xbox One at some point. But yeah. Very fun game. I'll probably be playing that at some point more as Late Night Beatdowns rolls along here on the channel. So, yeah. Alright, so moving on here. And last but not least, we have been doing Mario Kart Sundays as well. Playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe every Sunday night here on the channel. It's been fun. That's really all I can say. Yeah, there's been a lot of funny stuff that's come out of Mario Kart Sunday streams as well. So right now it's still the only Mario Kart game we can play at this time, but because of technical issues when it comes to Mario Kart Wii and of course my 3DS, which again I'll talk about that in just a little bit here. So yeah, so that's what's been going on here on the channel for the month. Basically same old, same old. So what's to expect this month? Well, for Let's Play Nights, we're definitely going to be for sure finishing this game up for sure. We'll be done our first of 3 replays for the season, and then we'll move on to our next game for Slot 1 nights. And of course, all this month we'll be continuing more of Persona 3 Fez, because this game's about 90 plus hours. So we'll be playing that for the foreseeable future here until it has been completed. I'm looking probably June, July-ish it'll be done. But maybe July at best, I'd say. So it's still some time away from being beaten. So get comfy when it comes to Slot 2 nights for Let's Play Nights. Late night beatdowns. Yeah, we'll be doing more late night beatdown streams here. A lot more than we did last month, that's for sure. Since my schedule will probably be opening up a little more for Thursday nights, so it should be pretty fun. And then Mario Kart Sundays, always doing Mario Kart. Play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with viewers. So that's what's going on here in the future for the month of April. So expect all that to be coming down here for the next number of weeks here on the channel. So moving on here, let's talk about the stream schedule for the month. Yes, this is where I talk about when streams are going to be happening, what streams are going to be happening on what days, times, and what's going on and whatnot. So let's move on here. Head to our schedule. You can read the schedule at any point in time if you'd like over at twitch.tv/AndymanTGBD/events, and you'll be able to find all my schedule, which is listed right here. Yeah, look at this lovely thing right here on Twitch TV. So let's scroll by here if we can, for sure. If we can, that'll be awesome. So let me just see if I can get my wheel here if I can. Let's see. Can I scroll down? Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. Hold up, let's see. Let's try refreshing it here. I should be able to. I don't know why it's not scrolling down. I used to be able to. Let's see, can I do that? No, that doesn't work. Really? So I thought maybe I could scroll here, but I guess the new XSplit update has made it so I can't. That's fun. That's fun. Hold on, let's see. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to open up on, I'll have to open it up on my actual browser here, because it doesn't look like it's going to actually work when it comes to doing it on XSplit. So I'll just open it up through an actual browser here for today. So yeah, so here we go. There we go, right there. Perfect. Get that out of the way. Boom. Perfect. All right, so here is what should possibly be the schedule for the month of April. So this is what's going to be happening. Let's scroll down a bit here. So I've already announced April 1st we are doing a Let's Play cast on the last month's update. So yeah, so expect some more Persona 3 Fez happening on April 1st. Alright, but for the stuff you guys don't know, so April 5th I will be here with a continuation of Sonic Heroes. That's probably going to be day 3. Yeah, day 3 of that. Could be done at then, but could use another one, so I just made sure to make another cast just in case. I need to do one more cast for it, because at this point I don't think we'll need that much left to do when it comes to this game at that point. April 6th, more Persona 3 Fez. We'll continue off where we leave off on our last cast for that. Monday, April 8th, yes, we're going to be doing a Monday Mario Kart stream. There's not going to be Mario Kart on Sunday of that week because of reasons. There's a grand spectacle happening on the Sunday of the April 7th, so I will not be actually doing Mario Kart during that day, so I figured I'll take the day off just to catch that, and then we'll do Mario Kart on the Monday for a special Monday night edition of Mario Kart Deluxe. Tuesday, April 9th, this is still to be determined if it will happen or not, but if I don't finish the Sonic Heroes on the 5th, we'll try to finish that up then, which then we'll announce our next Slot 1 game, which then will start on the next Slot 1 night. April 11th, we'll be here with Late Night Beatdowns. Don't know what I'll be playing at, but then you guys get to pick what gets played for viewer's choice. So keep an eye out for when that weekly update comes out. April 12th, to be determined game, which will be announced after Sonic Heroes is done. April 13th, more Persona 3 Fez. That should be around day 6 or 7, I think. Yeah, so getting deep into the playthrough at that point. Sunday, April 14th, more Mario Kart Sundays. April 18th, Late Night Beatdowns. April 19th, Let's Play Nights. April 20th, on 420, dude, more Persona 3, man. Oh, dude. Alright, I don't know why I made that voice. Sunday, April 21st, more Mario Kart Sundays. April 26th, Let's Play Nights. April 27th, more Persona 3. April 28th, Mario Kart Sundays. And April 30th, the Monthly Beatdown Podcast for the May of 2019 channel update. So, yeah, that's what's basically going to be happening here on the channel for the month of April. Like I said in the past, and I should mention it now, anything is destined to change, as you can see here. What you see here is basically what should be happening, but if anything changes, I'll let everybody know on social media or Discord if I add things or remove things. So just stay tuned if anything does change when it comes to that. So yeah, so that's what's going to be coming up here on the channel for the next number of weeks here for April. So yeah. So, yeah, there you go, guys. That's the April 2019 schedule. So, should be pretty good, I should say. My time will be opening up a little bit more when it comes to April, which is good. I look forward to that. So, yeah. So, moving on here is now the stuff I bought and got stuff. Well, I only got a few things this month, and I guess I'll showcase it. This I've actually owned for like a long time. I bought the digital version of Persona 3 on PS3, but I do own a physical copy of the game just because why not? So yeah, I do have Persona 3 on my PS3, and I can just play it digitally since it's not backward compatible with PS2 games, unfortunately, so I wasn't able to actually play that there. However, it does work with PS1 games. Did you guys know? I actually didn't know about this until not until recently. Apparently, every PS3 model can play PS1 games backwards compatible with them, but not all of them can do PS2. Only specific ones can do PS2, but they can all do PS1, which is very interesting. I did not know that until someone told me. So, you learn something new every day, which is kind of cool. So. Moving on here, and I also bought another copy of Sonic Heroes because, like I said, my older copy kind of decided to stop working properly. So I had to buy a new copy, which this game's not very expensive, which is nice. So, and also, as I mentioned, the nice thing is I got the case where it doesn't have the players' hits anymore. So this is cool. I have a non-players hits case of Sonic Heroes, which is cool. So very, very nice that I own that. It's my favorite 3D Sonic game, so I'm actually kind of happy to have that. And I do have another thing coming in later this week. I hope it ships, but if not, I'll showcase that during the May 2019 channel update, because, yeah, so that's basically what I've gotten for the month of March. A little slower stuff, nothing really too new game-ish, but, yeah, there's a little bit of stuff there. Oh, I guess I bought Season 8 for Fortnite as well, so there's also that, but I think we all saw that on stream when we were playing that for late night beatdown, but I'm not gonna count that. That's kind of just its own thing. I meant like actual physical copy or digital versions of games basically. So yeah. So yeah. You also got a WWE merch. Yes, I did. I did actually get that. I actually have shown that before already. Here's one of the things right here. I'll wear it right now here. How's it going? Alright, yeah, so I got these. I got a couple shirts as well, which I've worn on stream a few times. It's a Seth Rollins shirt and an AJ Styles shirt, so those are the two shirts I ended up getting, which I gotta say, they weren't very expensive. I thought they were gonna be like $50 a shirt. No, they were like $35, which was nice. It's a lot cheaper than I thought they were gonna be, so yeah. Is that Mustafa glasses? No, they're Sasha Banks glasses, actually. Sasha Banks glasses, because they say legit boss on them, as you can see. I think I got the lighting there so you can see. Yeah, they say legit boss on there. I was convinced by a coworker to actually to get that. So I wasn't actually gonna get the glasses. I was only gonna get the shirts, but I was convinced to get the glasses, so I did. So. Oh, and also I got this hoodie today, so that's something. A Roots hoodie, basically. I'm wearing that, but that's just clothing, basically. I'm more referring to like just gaming or just like stream stuff, basically, is what I kind of want to show on this side. But I figured I'd show stuff there just in case. So, but yeah, and this is actually very, very, very nice because I definitely needed a new hoodie, so I actually did buy myself a new one. It feels good, in my opinion. It feels nice. I actually really like the color that it's like a black pepper color, basically. It's hard to. It looks like it's more grayish. But it's actually more of a pepper black. When you look at it when you're up close to it, it's kind of hard to see it on actual stream. Charcoal? I guess kind of, yeah. I guess you can say it's kind of charcoal, yeah. And oh man, I like this. This feels nice. I really was in need of a new sweater, so I'm kind of glad I actually got one. Ooh, it feels good. I'm glad they still had more of these available. So very happy I was able to snag one. With my size too, which is good. That's what you call them? Fair enough then. They called it on the site. They called it black pepper for the color. So maybe it was charcoal. Yeah. So I don't know. That's what they called it. So yeah. I've seen those at work. Not fun to unbag. Well, what? These? Like this hoodie? Yeah, the sweater. Do you work for Roots? Because it's a Roots hoodie. That's why. It is a Roots hoodie. Because that's what this is. Your sweater, yeah. That's funny. They seem like they are a pain to unbag because they have them all nice and folded there too. I was just at the when I got there, it was just sitting there, and yeah. Now we get stuff from them. Oh, gotcha. I see. That makes sense. But yeah, they must be because when I got there, they're like all on the shelf, all folded. I'm like, wow, that's actually kind of nice. Looks nicer than like our stores that I work in at the time. Not gonna lie. But then again, that's an actual mall location. So, and then I work in an actual like arena, so it's a lot different when it comes to that kind of stuff. So yeah, there you go. That's basically what I got this month kind of stuff. Not too much gaming wise, just more like actual stuff for myself, basically. For me. I guess technically this is for me too, but I meant like just like clothing and stuff. Nothing too crazy though, but yeah. Alright, so moving on now. Let's move on to our next segment, which is our first of the things here, and that is the highlight of the month, where we look back at the best highlight that happened during the past month of casting. That's right. So this month was actually kind of tough to choose. I didn't pick anything that was going to be super obvious, so no Dolans. No Dolans this month because I figured that'd be a little too easy. Plus, if you're going to expect the Rasher compilation, the big Rasher highlight, no, that's just a compilation. I don't really count that as an actual highlight. It's just a compilation of her playing Mario Kart with us, so that doesn't count as a highlight for me personally. I'm looking for more just like a specific snippet moment that actually happens during streaming, and there was one that actually happened, and it happened recently, and it happened during the Persona 3 playthrough. So if you were here while this happened, you could tell that I have the greatest luck in this game. I must be getting punished for having good luck in Persona 4 Golden, because man, this game is really does not like me having good luck. So yeah, so there's a bit of a mini game in this. Well, actually, whenever you beat a battle, sometimes you get like the shuffle time mini game, and sometimes when you do shuffle time, you'll get an opportunity to double up, and yeah, sometimes you get bad RNG like I do, and it's not the greatest. So we'll showcase our highlight of the month right here, right now. So here is the highlight of March of 2019.
Again.
All right, good job.
Burn the table.
The enemy is vulnerable. Keep going.
I've been waiting for this.
He's been waiting for a table.
Keep up the good work.
All right, all good. Okay, don't go fast. Thank you. Oh, good. Let me guess. Is it gonna be useless? Yep! Why? What is the goddamn point? What's even the goddamn point? I swear. What's even the point of doubling? Oh! Again? Let's see. Is it useless? Why? It totally is! Holy shit, I can't believe it! I can't believe it, it's useless! Oh, again? Is it gonna be useless? Oh, it is! Wow! I can't believe it, man! Oh, but I got 69 XP, so that was worth it in the end.
My skills have improved.
Literally, my double up was 69 there. I literally was fucked over for a double up 3 times there. Oh, good game. So, gonna write that one down. Don't bother with double up. It's pointless. Probably until late game.
Attack again.
I've been waiting for this.
No, I didn't say I was fucked over for a level up. I said I was fucked over for a double up.
What a stunning victory.
That's not what I said. Alright. Man, don't I have the best RNG? Man. Like I said, I think the Persona gods are coming to smite me because I had such good RNG during Persona 4 Golden that I have to get punished now for this playthrough because, man, I like all the things that popped up during that double time. I had all those personas already, so it was basically pointless to do it. And I can't pick the black hole card because if I do, I lose everything that I got from the double ups. So fuck me, I guess. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is our highlight of the month for March of 2019. Very, very, very great RNG to happen to me. If it's this bad in 3, I can't wait till 5. Oh, 5's gonna be a slap in the dick, isn't it? I can't wait to be having even worse RNG in that when we get to that. So, but who knows when that will be just yet. So, yeah. All right, so moving on, we got some channel updates here to talk about real quickly. So there's a few things I want to quickly go over here, and we're just gonna start things off here with people who are subbed to my channel. So yes, guys, we have a few updates regarding people who are subscribed to the channel. In case you are not too familiar, Twitch has actually made some updates regarding Tier 1 subbing here on my channel. There's a few things I can actually do now, since I meet specific requirements for, I guess, subtotals, I guess you could say. Those basically being the following here, that I can actually have more emotes now for Tier 1 subs, so which is cool. So I actually now have 3 Tier 1 sub emotes. So my original Tier 2 and 3 emotes are now available as Tier 1 emotes now. So anyone who is subbed just to a Tier 1, you can actually get those emotes, which is freaking amazing. So yeah, speaking of, and ironically, freaking amazing is an emote right there, which is great. Also, another update is Twitch also made it so we now have 9-month sub badges now. So as you can see here, originally we only had the base, the 3-month, the 6-month, and then the 1 year basically. So now we have 9-month sub badges now, which is great. So now it keeps track of every 3 months now. And as you can see, we have the red color, which was always the base. We had the bronze for 3 months. 6-month was silver. 9-month is actually platinum color. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's supposed to be platinum colored there, so that's what that color is supposed to be. And then 1 year is gold, basically. So yeah, since I'm affiliate, I can actually only go up to 1 year. I don't actually get 2 years, unfortunately. So if I ever get partnered, then I can get 2 to beyond, basically. But for now, that's the only amount I can actually go up to right now, is only up to 1 year. I don't know if they actually... Excuse me. I don't know if it actually will change the little icon by people's names for being a 2-year sub. I hope not, because then it's going to go back to the default looking one, so hopefully that's not the case. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, that's basically what's different now when you subscribe now. That's what actually it looks like now. So all the Tier 1 stuff is the emotes up there. So anytime you Tier 1 subbed, you get that. Or when you use a Amazon Prime, basically you get all that those emotes there. And then there's actually another one inbound too. So I am guaranteed for a 4th one. So later this month in April, I should be unlocking my 4th slot for that. So I'll be able to have 4 emotes for Tier 1, which is nice. So I'm still kind of thinking of an idea what I'm going to do for that. So I haven't really thought of it just yet, what my idea will be for that. And then I also need to come up with new Tier 2 and 3 emotes too. So still kind of deciding on what I want to do when it comes to that. So yeah, but that's basically a Little minor thing for subscribing here to the channel. That's a little update when it comes to that. So yeah. So yeah. All right, now for some sad news. Sad news. I have an update about my 3DS capture card. If you guys haven't been around, it died. Rest in peace. So, yeah, unfortunately, my 3DS capture card has officially hit the bricks. It's all because of this little slot right here. Because for whatever reason, after a few uses when I first got it, whatever reason, I had to always bend the cord for the picture to come up, because I plugged it in no problem, and it would pop up originally, nothing happened. But after like a few uses, it actually ended up, for whatever reason, it just would lose signal, and I would always have to like bend the micro USB cord for it to connect to the signal or whatnot, and then it would pop up. So basically, I would have to like hold it a specific way when I was using it just to keep the picture up, and then sometimes if I like moved slightly, it would turn off the footage, basically, so I would not be able to like record the footage or whatever. So, I was using it during Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Stories playthrough. We were able to use it for 2 streams, and then after those 2 streams, during the 3rd day, I guess you could say, that archive is no longer available. It's gone now, basically. When we tried to do a 3rd day at one point, the capture card just would refuse to let the cord connect. I would try leaning it a specific way, but unfortunately the footage just would not stay up, and the capture card would just not work properly. So now the big thing probably would be saying, well, you should probably get it fixed, right? I would like to, but unfortunately the sad thing about it is the people that made this card actually went bankrupt. So, and they were they were a Japanese company that actually installed capture cards in 3DS, and they were really the only ones that were still doing it. From what I've gathered, like a lot of the people that do 3DS capture cards aren't really doing them anymore. So, yeah, I have no way to getting it fixed as of right now. I haven't heard, or I've looked, Googled, and searched if there was any way, but there doesn't seem to be anybody that can actually, like, you can send it into. And plus, I don't want some like random guy to get it and fix it as well, just because I don't know, you can't really trust people on the internet sometimes, right? So it does seem kind of like a bit of a shady thing to like just send it to some random dude, but I don't want to like lose the actual 3DS itself and all my stuff that's on there just to some guy to actually repair it and actually use it for himself, right? So unfortunately, there's no solution right now to getting it fixed. I don't know when I can get it fixed, if I can ever will, and if I could ever get a new one at any time, because they're very hard to come by, that's for sure. And not a lot of people are really selling. Well, I mean, some people are selling them, but it's just harder to find people selling them, because when you look for people that are selling them, they are selling them just with the new 2DSs or 3DSs, but it's the wireless version of the streaming, and that's hit or miss, to be honest with me. Like, if you need like god tier internet in order to like actually have it work properly, because I've tried and the signal just cuts out like after like probably like 5 minutes basically. So that was like a big sucky for me, but thankfully the good thing is I did find out that Citra, which is a 3DS emulator, actually works surprisingly well on my actual computer, which is great. I'm very happy to know that works. So only negative thing about that is that I can't play online with it, unfortunately. I can actually transfer saves that I have onto to Citra from my actual 3DS, but I can't actually play online with it. So if in case you're asking, can you do online gaming with it? No, I can't. So don't expect me to do any online gaming when it comes to 3DS, because it's not a possibility from what I can gather right now. Maybe Citra will make something where you can actually do online stuff with it, but as of right now, I actually cannot do anything regarding for that right now. So I would actually need an actual 3DS in order to do that. And sadly, there was a few games I kind of wanted to do when it came to multiplayer for that, like Animal Crossing, but that's not really a big loss, because Animal Crossing Switch will be coming out probably later this year, hopefully, unless Rasher jinxes us all and makes it get delayed till 2029. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Then there was also Mario Golf. That was actually really fun. That's the one I kind of gonna miss, because that was actually really fun when we did a test stream for Mario Golf when Mario Kart 7 wasn't working. Because yeah, Mario Kart 7 is getting thrown out the window basically, because it doesn't work. Online for that game is kind of broke. So yeah. But yeah, I kind of sucks that Mario Golf doesn't work. But hopefully Mario Golf does come out for the Switch, because I'll probably play that with viewers and whatnot, because I think that would be fun. Other than that, like maybe Pokemon battles, but yeah, like I said, there wasn't really too much really there when it came to online stuff with that with 3DS, which kind of sucks. Maybe Kid Icarus Uprising if I ever got into that and played that, but who knows. Yeah, like I said, there was like a few things that I probably would have been able to do for multiplayer, but like I said, we only used it for like Animal Crossing for multiplayer, and yeah, that's really about it. So kind of sucks, but hopefully someone will sell one for cheap as the 3DS is on its way out, which probably is going to be pretty soon. So hopefully there are people that will sell them. I'll probably pick it up. I don't care if it's like if it's like the older models. I'll go with whatever basically. So and then I can use this as basically my way to like use get like Mii's onto my actual Switch and whatnot, because there's no like way you can use like a camera for the Switch because it doesn't have one, in order to get like VR codes and stuff like that, or QR codes, not VR codes, QR codes, in order to scan in Mii's for your console for that. So plus I probably will play this on my own time, just to play games on it whenever I need to. So off cast, so yeah. So it kind of sucks, but yeah, unfortunately the 3DS capture card has died, and hopefully there's a way I can get it either fixed or I can get a new one basically. But right now, I don't know where I can do that. But right now, the priority is kind of on all the way at the bottom for that right now. So yeah, there you go for that. Next thing I want to talk about, yeah. So yes, next month in May, not April, but in May, we have a little event that's coming out here, happening in May. It is going to be the Birthday Bash 8, the 8th annual Birthday Bash stream, and there will be info coming out later this month. I don't know when it will be out though. Still kind of deciding on ideas for that right now. It's still in the early stages, but yes, there will be some info regarding this coming out. Probably another teaser trailer, just like we did last year, and then some info on the actual site, but just don't know when in April. Just some point in April, expect some info regarding this. And I actually had an idea for one. Someone gave me an idea regarding that, so maybe I might go ahead and do that, but I don't know if I'll do it yet. I'll need some assistance when it comes to that once I officially announce it, basically what I'm going to be doing for the my slot basically. So yeah, what day it will also be on is also being determined right now, because my actual birthday lines up on a Tuesday, and I know a lot of people might be busy on the weekdays, so I'm thinking maybe we'll do a weekend cast a few days beforehand, before my birthday, and then do a cast then, basically, where I do a 12-hour stream, basically. So, like I say, it's still early preparations right now. I still have a lot of time preparing for this stream too. So yeah, but just expect info for it coming out later this month. So stay tuned for more info on Birthday Bash 8 later this month. So yeah. So there you go. So that's basically our little bit of news and announcements for this month. There was actually a lot to talk about too, which was nice. So normally the past couple months haven't really been, there's a lot to say, but this month there was actually a little bit to say, so that's a good thing. So yeah, so expect all that coming out, or all that to come. So yeah. And now we'll move on to our next segment, and that is the Caster of the Month. So what is this? Well, for those of you who never watched my episodes of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, once a month I like to give a shout out to casters, not including myself, who stream on Twitch, and I should get some little bit of recognition and stuff like that. People that I like to enjoy, and I think people would also like to enjoy, basically. And last month, our Caster of the Month for the March 2019 channel update was 5 Uberpone 2. He does a lot of fighting games, he does some RPGs and all that stuff. And you can follow him on his channel by twitch.tv/5Uberpone2. But now we're going to be moving on for this month, for our April of 2019 Caster of the Month. And this is somebody who used to be a pretty big regular on my channel. Not so much anymore, but she has been starting up doing her casting every now and then when she can, because she lives on the other side of the planet, basically. And yeah, she's awesome, I would say. And she's, like I said, she started up casting a while back, but she's trying to start doing it a little bit more frequently now. So, but there was something that she did do on one of her past streams, and I think it was pretty funny. It was during her cast when she was playing Spyro. I think Spyro 1, in fact, on the Spyro Reignited trilogy. And I'm surprised this didn't happen to me, but it happened to her. So, but I thought it was pretty funny, and thankfully this was clipped by somebody in her channel. So, yeah. So we'll quickly showcase her highlight, or I guess clip right here. So here is our cast of the month for April of 2019. Enjoy.
Come on. Yes. Okay. Now, time for me to die again. Oh, what? Oh my god. No. I pushed the dash button instead of the flame button. Oh my god.
You gotta love fireworks when they just blow up like that, right? They just sit there and just you think you're safe, but you're not. So yeah, there you go, guys. Our cast of the month for April of 2019 is Fabul. Yes, Fabul 248. In fact, 2 F's, 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 U's, 2 L's, and 248. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. Like I said, she used to be a pretty active member here on the channel. She comes by every once in a while when she can. But like I said, she does live on the other side of the world now. I believe she lives in Japan now. Yeah, she lives all the way in Japan, so she kind of streams during like the hours where everybody's probably sleeping in North America, which kind of sucks. But she does kind of stream at times where anyone can catch her too during the weekdays. But like sometimes during the week days, not so much as much. So, but during weekends, I think I've been able to catch her during like the afternoon or something like that. So, but she does kind of random stuff, a lot of independent stuff too. That's basically what she kind of does the most, is playing a lot of indie games and stuff like that. Or occasionally Spyro or something like that too. But I tend to notice her. She streams a lot of indie stuff too. So, but yeah, that's who. Yeah, she's awesome though. So go make sure to go follow her when she does. I believe she actually just upgraded her net as well. So she should be able to do more streaming more often too. So that is a good thing. So hopefully she can do more streams without any internet issues too. So yeah. Oh, the X, Y, and Z hours. Yes, the X, Y, and Z hours. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's our caster of the month is Bull248. Go follow her, and yeah, let her know I played you. But to follow her, so yeah. I think she would appreciate that for sure. But yeah, so moving on is our last segment of the Monthly Beatdown podcast is the Q&A session. That's right. This is where I do Q&A where anyone can ask me questions, and I'll answer them live here on the episode of the Monthly Beatdown podcast. At any point, any time, if you ever have a question, if you watch this on YouTube, there's a Google Doc down below you can fill out, and you can send me a question there. Or if you're ever at my live streams, you can use the command ! Ask Andy, and you'll get a nice little link here by Beatdown Bot right here, and you can send in your questions at any point in time if you have a question you'd like to answer. So that's what we usually do. So let's quickly run down through some questions. I believe we got a few questions here for today. Right now we currently got 3. Like I said, if anyone's got any got any questions you'd like to ask, feel free to send them in, and I'll actually answer them right here, right now. Alright, so our first question comes from XX Trevorhead XX. He asks, when are you going to do another sports stream? You know what? That is a good question. I was trying to revive that channel, but then I got busy. That's exactly what happened. It's always hard to go and stream there when I don't really have a schedule to it. But I don't know, honestly. I don't know when I'm going to do another one. Maybe I'd like to do one soon? I don't know exactly when. It's just, it's tough to schedule when to do those when I have time and whatnot, because I have other priorities to do too, outside of this main channel. So maybe eventually, maybe, I don't know. I can't really tell you for sure exactly when, but I would like to, that's for sure. But keep in mind, it's not a channel that I'm making like a big priority. It's just gonna happen whenever, basically. So yeah, just expect it stream on there whenever I get a chance, basically. That's all I can really say when it comes to that, so, yeah. So, thank you for the question there. Next question. Let's see here. Who do we got here? We'll start with this one here. From Anonymous. Says, which Persona 3 social link is your favorite so far? Ooh, that's a good question. Oh man, that's a good question. Chihiro, probably? I think Chihiro's is pretty good, because I think I'm like at rank 5 with her already, and that's about halfway done with her social link already, and I think she's got a good one so far. Can't really say about anybody else so far, because we're still, I mean, we actually got Kenji I think to rank 4 or 5. His is okay. The sports guy, the guy who's with the knee, his is alright too. What was her name? No, hold on. I have to look at my cheat sheet for that because I forgot her name. Give me a sec here. Let's see. What her name was. Yuko. Yeah, that's her name. Yuko. There. That's who I'm referring to. Yeah. I've only gotten to like rank 3 with her, but I hear her social link's really good, so I'm looking forward to when we continue more of her social links, whenever that may be. Who else did we have there? We also had the old couple, which theirs is alright too. And then we also had the student council guy, and this is interesting because I think I made the little connection. Persona 4 was made based off of that social link because that social link is about solving a mystery, and what do you do in Persona 4? You solve a mystery. I blew some people's minds when it came to that. So that's probably where the idea of Persona 4's idea of plot came from, was from that social link. So thanks, Persona 3. And then, you know what's funny? In Persona 4, I just thought of it, they mentioned something called the Phantom Thieves. So it's like every game prior comes up with something for the next installment. So maybe when we get to Persona 5, something in that game will be what's the idea or a plot purpose or something regarding the 6th game whenever that comes out, because I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy, but I'm thinking like every game probably has something to do with like the future of the franchise, like Persona 3. Maybe I'm overthinking it here, but that one social link where you're looking for the guy who's smoking is you're basically investigating a mystery. And what do you do in Persona 4? You investigate for a mystery of a serial killer, basically. And then there's one thing in a social link with Naoto, I believe, where she's looking for some guy called the Phantom Thief. And the Phantom Thieves are the group that's in Persona 5. So, I mean, maybe I'm onto something here, maybe I'm not, but I don't know. I just think that's kind of clever if that's what they do. So whenever I get to Persona 5, I'll have to figure out, what's gonna be the thing that's gonna be the big plot thing about in Persona 6, but we'll see. We'll see, but yeah. I'd have to say Chihiro and probably, if people say Yuko, but so far early I have to say Yuko's is pretty good too. So those are the two I would have to say are pretty good in my opinion when it comes to the social links. So yeah. So thank you for the question there. I appreciate that. Next question is from Sony. It says, how was our state of VR? I mean, state of play. The most fun I had during it was doing this. But Crash Bandicoot Racing was cool, and that one indie game was awesome. But yeah, nothing really happened. I honestly, if I were Sony, I probably would have waited another month or so or two, because I don't know, just felt like it was like nothing really was accomplished during that. So, but I wouldn't say it was the idea of it was bad. I kind of liked how it was formatted. It kind of reminds me of a Nintendo Direct, but not really a lot of games came out of it, and it was kind of like you weren't missing much if you didn't watch it, basically, is all I'm gonna say. So, but there's some potential there for it to be better. So, I mean, Nintendo Directs didn't start off being amazing. If you ever go back to watch the first Nintendo Direct, it's pretty rough, but the Nintendo Directs that came after that are really good, honestly. So, like I said, it's a thing they'll have to actually they'll get better with over time. So, but this first one was pretty rough, that's for sure. It was basically just VR. If you were a big VR guy, you got what you needed out of that. But if you're not into VR like myself, it doesn't do much for you. So, so I would have to say I gave it, I think, a 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10 rating. I can't remember. I didn't upload my archive, my archive reacting to it, just because there was not really much that it was like ooh to it. It was just like, it was alright. That's really all. It was something. That's for sure. But yeah, so yeah. Thank you very much for that. Next question is from Supermune. It says all-time favorite WrestleMania match. Ooh. Probably, to be honest with you, it's gonna be a little controversial because it features a controversial superstar. It was a triple threat match at WrestleMania 20, featuring Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Beep. Wait, oh yeah, that's right. You can't say that name because it's bad. It's sacrilege in WWE. So yes, but if you know what I'm talking about, that's the match there. Another one. I guess I'll give my top 3. I guess but that's definitely my favorite match there. Number 2, I would have to say would be gonna have to go with Michaels and Taker 1 at 25, I think it was. Yeah, at WrestleMania 25. That was probably one of the best matches I've seen, especially it's one of the longest matches too. The sequel is just as good, but I really like the first time around. I think the first time around was the best version of that match, personally. And then number 3, I would have to go with probably probably one of the ladder matches, honestly. Probably the one that happened at Mania 16. No, 17. Yeah, 17. That's the one. Yeah, Mania 17. I would have to say that triple threat ladder match for the tag titles is such a classic. so such a good match. I think it's the best ladder match that they've done at Mania. There was also one that happened the year before at WrestleMania 2000, but I think the rematch with the TLC stipulation made it better, personally, with the tables and the chairs and all that. So there's just so much carnage that happened in that match. It was like a car wreck. But I don't know. I'm a sucker for those kind of hardcore matches that happen at WrestleMania, especially the ladder matches, because they always are pretty good, in my opinion. But yeah, so. But those are probably my favorite WrestleMania matches, I'd say. So, from how long I've been watching, at least. So, but thank you for the question there. Next question from Kippy00. Says, what game series have you always wanted to try, but haven't as of yet? Would I consider Final Fantasy 1 on there, because I've only really played Final Fantasy 15, and because that's kind of different compared to the other Final Fantasies, I'd probably have to say that. Another one would probably be, another one I would say, I hear good things on Devil May Cry. I like Bayonetta, and the guy who made Bayonetta made Devil May Cry, so that was originally the original Bayonetta, so I hear they're hard as fuck, but that's another one. Nier would be another one. I've really been wanting to check out Nier Automata at some point, or Automata, however you want to pronounce it. The game looks fucking awesome. Just haven't gotten around to picking that up. Another one I have to go with maybe is probably want to do more Metroid here. I've only played one Metroid game, and that was Super Metroid. But I'd like to see getting into the Metroid Prime games at some point, because I'm a big fan of FPS, and those games are very well acclaimed by a lot of people. And they do look pretty fun, especially with Metroid Prime 4 coming out at some point for the Switch. that definitely seems like something I would like to get into at some point. Maybe some Fire Emblem as well, but I haven't really been a big fan of tactical stuff like that. So, but I do hear good things on Awakening, that's for sure. So, it's tough to say, because I'll look at something and be like, yeah, that looks fun, I want to try that out, and then later on I'll be like, I don't know. But yeah, but those ones for sure are the ones I'd be like, yeah, I'd be into trying out for sure. But that's the good thing about this channel. I've been kind of broadening my horizons when it comes to games too. So hopefully we can do more of that as we go on here, because we have finished a lot of franchises on this channel. Now it opens up for more franchises to finally get for me to play through the channel. Like there's Mass Effect. There's that's a series I've not really ever played before, and I hear pretty great things, especially on that latest release. Mass Effect to Andromeda? Yeah, that's what it was. I hear the good things about that game. No, it's not very well received. But I don't know. I'll just think of something random and I'll be like, yeah, I'm looking to try to get into that too. So, but the ones I kind of just I mentioned are the ones for sure I'd be like, yeah, I'm interested in getting those or getting into those at some point. So, yeah. Oh yeah, 7 came out on the Switch yesterday. Yes, it did. It also came out on Xbox One as well. So it's no longer a Sony exclusive anymore. It's now available on almost everything, even my freaking cell phone. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's not on my cell phone yet, but it seems like it could run on there. But yeah, so thank you very much for the question there. Next question is from Edge. It says, "You think you know me?" No, I'm just kidding. That's not his question. It says, "If you had a choice to hang out with any Organization 13 member, who would it be and why?" Well, I'll tell you one thing. Larksine would not be the one I'd hang out with. She'd be if she came by and asked me, "Hey, want to hang out?" I'd be like, I left my oven on. So yeah. So I would not hang out with her, but I'd probably hang out with Roxas. He seems like a cool dude. Roxas would be Roxas seems like he would be a cool dude to hang out with. I'd eat sea salt ice cream with them. I hang out with the sea salt trio. They seem like the best of them. Or I'd hang out with Zenmus. You wanna know why? Because he probably tells the bedtime stories the best, in my opinion. Have you heard that man's voice? He could tell you. He could read you Goldilocks and the Three Bears in that voice. Somebody ate my porridge. Oh, my porridge is too hot. My porridge is too cold. Somebody ate all my porridge. Despair. Oh my god, yeah. I'd hang out with Zenus just for him to read stories. Aw. Somebody's sleeping in my bed. I don't know. I think it would just be pretty funny just to hang out with him, just because he tell the stories the best, in my opinion. But definitely, if my actual answer, I'd probably go with Roxas and probably Axel and Shion. So that's probably my answer when it comes to that. So thank you for the question. Next question is from Super Mutant. Favorite all-time wrestling entrance theme? Oh, I know. Christian's theme. Not the one he currently uses, but the one he used before he left WWE. It's the same song, it was just a different version of it. That is his best version of that song. I think it's by Blonde... hold on. Blonde Proof, I think it's called. Hold on, let's see. Waterproof Blonde, that's who it was, yeah. The one he does now is by Story of the Year, but I like the other version more, in my opinion. I think probably one of the best wrestling themes ever. And I was so disappointed when he came back and he didn't use that theme. I was like, why? That was so good. I mean, I guess it fits more of it as a heel, but I like that version a lot more, personally. It's so good. I guess I'll give another top 3 or 4 here, or 5 actually. I'll give top 5. I like Finn Balor's theme. Finn Balor's theme is really good. The full version, not like when he's the demon. Like the full thing is really, really good. So that's up there for me. Hollywood Rock is another one. The Rock basically when he came back as the Hollywood gimmick. Oh man, that's his best. That's the best Rock theme in my opinion. You can't even tell me otherwise. That is probably my favorite version of the Rock's theme song is that one. I really like Miz's theme. Miz's theme is up there. And if I have to go with a 5th, probably Orton's old theme. Not voices, but his Burn in My Light theme. I really like that theme. I know Orton doesn't like that theme, but I like that theme. I really enjoyed that theme a lot. It was really good. But it sucks that Orton doesn't like it, but I really like it. It sucks that you don't ever see it anymore using other things. Like whenever they bring like Orton back, like old Orton back in like the WWE games, they never use that theme. It's always either Evolution's theme or they have an older version of Viper Orton. But I don't know. But I like that theme. It's one of my personal favorites, personally. But, yeah, but those are probably my favorite wrestling themes of all time for sure. So yeah. So thank you for the question there. Next question is from Anonymous. Says, someone you miss. I miss Bernie. I miss Bernie. But he'll be back at some point because the weather is heating up. So he'll be back and he'll chill right over there, like he always does in the summertime. So, but yes, I miss Bernie. Free Bernie. Yes, Bernie will be freed one day. He will be released one day. I saw Bernie at work. He was just chilling in his box. That's a good pun. That's a good pun. Thank you for the pun in the chat. I appreciate that. But yeah. Alright. Boo! that was funny. Anyway. Let's see. Anybody else got a question? Let's see. Question is, do you plan on moving out or getting a different job? This is from Anonymous. I think I've mentioned this before, and the answers are yes and yes. Just I don't know when they will be exactly, just because I have to A, find a better job to begin with for that first part, and B, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just basically just A there, basically. Just, I have to find a better job to make more currency, basically. That's the thing, and which is easier said than done. Just because it's easier to find the job. It's more landing the interview process, basically. Which can be hit or miss, basically, because if you don't answer it correctly, they don't really care, basically, right? So, but it is something I've been trying to do. It's definitely something I would like to do. Currency-wise, it's just hard, and just finding the right job that can be very, 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 very that can basically satisfy like all ends, basically. Like I'll be able to make enough so I can actually live on my own, basically, kind of thing, right? You know what I mean? But kind of have to have a lot of the experience to do that too. So, but yes, the answer is yes. It is something I'd like to, but I don't know when though. So that's the thing. Unfortunately, I would have to do it on my own, basically. I can't really just like get the extra help when it comes to that, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So I don't know when it will be though. So I would like to at some point, like hopefully one of these days, but it has to I have to get basically the help basically in order to do it right. So our economy right now is basically the coyotes of the world, pretty much, right? So that's another thing. So I don't really like talking about that kind of stuff, but yeah, that kind of is another thing that doesn't really help my cause either. It's not basically just chunk change, basically just to move out and whatever, right? So kind of have to have at least some funds of living in my pocket after I do move, right? So, and it's not easy to make that much money at all, especially when you have other things and other priorities to take care of as well, right? So, but yes, just to answer, yes, it is something I'd like to. I just don't know exactly how long it will take, though. That's the thing. So, and it all depends if I can find or land another gig too. But also because of that, if I do, a lot of the stuff for this channel-wise, like all the high, what is it? I guess the edited stuff, or like the stuff like this, the podcast and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff will probably get decreased happening as well, just because I'll be more focused on IRL than I am like making like trailers or like top 50 moment videos and stuff like that too. Because a lot of time gets put into that, and if I don't have the time for that, then I can't really do any of that stuff too, right? So it's like I say, it's about time, I guess. And there's a lot of, I don't know. It's hard. I'm bad when it comes to answering stuff like this. So, but yeah, like I said, just small story short. I hope so. That's what I'll answer. I hope so. I hope so that I can at some point for all of those. So, yeah. Anyway, I got another question here from Monica. It says, if I made a second game, will you play it? I mean, of course. I mean, why not? I have to go see Monica again from Doki Doki, because the game's pretty fucked up scary, but in a good way, basically. I don't know why, but yeah, I totally play another one. I don't know if they'll ever do another one. I know there's like a lot of what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of like fan created versions of Doki Doki, but they're nothing like they're basically just I guess hacks or just mod stories basically of the original game, so they're not like an actual whole new game. So but yeah, if they made another game, I'd totally play it, but I don't know how you would make another game though. The whole game got deleted at the end, right? So how would you make another game exactly, right? Doesn't make really much sense to do one. So I don't know, but if they did find a way, I mean, sure, but I'd probably play it. But I have like zero expectation that they'll ever make another one, because how do you make a sequel to a game that got deleted at the end after you beat it, right? So I don't know. But yeah, but who knows? Some of these game designers are very, very smart, and they know how to like make sequels when they probably shouldn't. Like, look at Kingdom Hearts. That's a series that like took 900 years to get to the third installment, basically. Well, technically it's not the third installment, it's actually the 13th installment, but you know. You know. But yeah, but thank you for the question there. But yes, if they did do another Doki Doki, I'd play it for sure. Free Sakurai. Like the guy who makes Kirby in that? Or am I thinking of a different Sakurai? Another question from Anonymous. They say, can we get married? If you buy me dinner, sure. Not just one time, a jillion times. Then absolutely. Whoever you are. Smash Sakurai, let the man rest. Oh, yes, let him rest indeed. You're right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, but yeah, I think that's all the questions I got. Yeah, so that is all the questions we got. So thank you everybody for all the questions there. Unless you have any more, feel free to send them in real quickly here. But I think we got all the questions asked here. for this month, actually, for this episode, I guess. So if you have a feature question you ever have for the Q&A session, I'll do my best of my abilities to actually answer them if I can. You can send them in using the command !AskAndy. If you're live here on Twitch, just use the Twitch chat and they'll provide you a link there. If you ever watch these on YouTube, the link is in the description down below. And you can send in a question at any point in time whenever I do feature episodes of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. So, yeah. Smash that. Sakurai, who's worked on Smash, Kirby, Kid Icarus, Uprising, etc. Let him rest. I know. Guy is a workaholic. I don't know why. Everyone wants him to rest, but dude seems like he's dedicated to his work, I guess. I don't know. Can't stop him if he doesn't want to, right? So, but he should, though. Yeah, I think he should, because Smash 4 ended development in 2016, and then we got a new Smash basically 2 years after that, so yeah. I think he deserves a bit of rest. I totally agree. Yeah, but people are still harassing him. Yeah, I know, because they gotta have their Waluigi in Smash Bros. People should just be thankful whatever gets put in the game, basically. I don't know. I mean, I would like specific characters in that too, but to be honest, it's his game. He can pick whoever he wants, basically. Like, will I be upset that my character's making it? Sure, but I have to also understand that it's his game. It's his game, and he has the right to put who he wants in it first, right? So that's really all I see it on that. So people should just stop demanding specific characters, because you lessen their chances if you constantly keep asking them, basically. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing that wrong, but that's just how I see it, at least. If I was in his shoes, that's how I would do it. It's like, if I kept getting asked for Waluigi, I would never put him in. I just keep him as an assist trophy, if you ask me. But yeah, I think with that note, that's going to wrap up our episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, episode 31, in fact. Wow, we've already done 31 episodes of this, which is pretty crazy to say, and we're in April of 2019, so yeah, just to run down what we did today. We gave a little bit of a shout out to all our subscribers, or anyone who was subbed to the channel. Thank you for those of you who subbed for the past month. I appreciate that. Thank you to those of you who came by during this month. It's been actually a pretty fun month of casting, I will say. So thank you for everyone who has come by and who subbed. I appreciate that. We also went through our month recap, where we looked back at the past month of casting, what happened here in March of 2019. We also went through our plans for the month of March. We had our schedule also announced, so our schedule for April has been finalized. Like I said, it can change, so if anything changes, I'll let you know on social media or Discord and stuff like that. We also had our highlight of the month, which came through our Persona 3 playthrough. Funny highlight. My RNG is absolute ass, but what can you do? We also had some news and announcements regarding that, the channel and stuff like that. So yeah, we had our new stuff regarding subscribing. We also had our some news about the 3DS capture card, and expect some news regarding the birthday bash stream later this month, because a lot of stuff will be happening this month, so keep an eye out for that. Also, we had our caster of the month, which once again goes to Fabul. Make sure to go follow her if you have not done so. She is worth your time whenever she gets around to casting. She may be a hard one to catch just because she casts so late, but that's just because of her time zone that she's in, so yeah. And also, we did our Q&A session, so yeah, so that's going to wrap up this episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. Thank you everybody for coming by. The May 2019 channel update is going to be coming to you live here on April 27th, I think I said? I can't remember. Hold on, before I mess this up, let me go to my schedule real quickly here for when I plan to do that. The 30th, yes. There we go. April 30th is when we're going to be doing our next episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, and May should be a pretty busy month for stuff, because we have birthday bash stuff, and well, I actually have something regarding Mario Kart, which I'm going to be talking about for the May 2019 channel update, so yeah, expect that then. So yeah, So if you have any questions or stuff regarding what I said here on the podcast, feel free to send them in the comments down below on YouTube, or if you want, send it to me on Twitch or Twitter or whatever, and I'll get back to you. So yeah, so with that being said, that'll wrap it up. So we'll see you all in the next episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, which is going to be in May for the May 2019 channel update. Should be pretty fun. But next time I will be live after this recording. I'll be back here Friday for more Sonic Heroes, Sunday for more Mario Kart, and then Monday of next week, or the Monday, I guess technically, since you're watching this came out on the Wednesday. The Monday, April 1st, the first actual stream of April, we'll be here with more Persona 3 Fez. So that's what's going to be coming live here in the next couple days here on the channel. So should be pretty fun. So with that being said, thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give a like. If you enjoyed this month's edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to send them down below, and I'll try to answer them as much as I can in the best possible way I can. And yeah, so that will do it. So thank you for watching. If you are here watching live on Twitch, appreciate for you coming by. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all on the next stream here on the Gaming Beatdown. So until then, you guys take care, have a great evening, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.